You're checking out Friends or Enemies Radio.
Hi, this is Angels and Airwaves. You listen to the Faux Lie with Schwenker. Sorry, I'm late. I was on the motorcycle and I had to check my watch and realize that I was a few minutes late.
Dude, please,
over.
that's quite all right. I didn't even mean for you to disrupt your journey.
Forget we're even here. Just continue on with your day.
This is our official first day of, we've been rehearsing as a band for the past few weeks, but this is our official, dress rehearsal where we got all the guys. Everyone's, learning what we're doing, what we got to do. Today's our first day of actual, the real deal, big rehearsal stuff.
Oh, so this is the stage fully assembled now, and you guys are trying to navigate your way around? What
we do is we mock up the stage and we mock up the lighting and everyone, we have everyone there, the lighting guys, the sound guys, everyone's there to start knowing their places, and we start running through the full deal. So
that's pretty cool.
We're all coming out of the woodwork to get to rehearsal.
Well, you guys, you put together an entire new album, with Love, and which you released for free, by the way, which is, I think it's so kind of it's so cool because when I heard it was released on it was called Love and it was released on Valentine's Day, I'm like, I'll never be able to be that cool.
His exact words were, "This is huge." That's what he said.
Yeah, that's so cool. I guess that's what we feel. If we feel like this doesn't work, if this idea doesn't work, then we're fresh out of them.
Oh, is that what it is? This is the last gasp to be.
This is our big deal. It's our big idea. This is our whole idea. This is the thing that we've been working on for 5 years. Ultimately, it's finally come to fruition, and I don't know. We actually somehow got this far. So.
Somehow got this far. Guys, come on. I love the fact that you're humble, but come on.
No, you lose track of it. You lose track of how you got there. If you tried to write out everything that it took to get there, you'd probably say, "Oh, it's impossible," or you'd never do it. You just have to start on that journey. And then when you get this far, you look back and you go, "God, how did you get this far?" Because there's so many different paths you could have taken, so many different things you could have done, and to be right here, right now with this sort of opportunity, and who knows what that exactly means, but just the idea that we were able to put out this record, get away from the label, have it free, just everything is kind of incredible because it's not it's planned out, but it's not so planned out, it just happens.
That's awesome.
Ideas.
It kind of matured organically for you.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was no master scheme. It's just kind of ideas just kept coming, and you're I don't know if they're going to keep coming, and they just do, so...
So I've heard a lot about this this movie or this feature film that's going to be released in the spring of this year?
No, not spring. We're hoping to be done. We're in post right now. We're hoping to be done by June. Okay. And then the movie business is it's one of those things, I was just talking about. It's an idea, and we're learning as we go, but there's a lot of lead time. There's a lot of things that go into it. We're hoping to have it out officially by the end of the year. But, finding distribution, most people that get involved, they're like, we need 6 months to promote a movie. And we're like, 6 months? We want to put it out now. It doesn't really work like that. But the definite goal is to try to get this out by the end of the year, officially. But we just want to make sure it's an opportunity. We don't want to screw it up.
Right.
Regardless, the movie should sort of live and breathe on its own above and beyond the band. So, it has that opportunity. So we want to not, cut any corners.
Yeah, people got to know that it's out, obviously.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that is the catch.
So I just have a random, of course, everybody is tweeting and everybody's in our chat box on our homepage and they're loving you. And this is just a random question. Somebody wants to know if you'd ever call a fan.
Yeah, sure. I called a fan.
Yeah?
Recently. Yeah, well, it was a pretty wild story of, I don't know how much you want to know, but yeah, I called a fan because...
Everything.
What's that? No, because she... it's kind of sad. That's the thing. Her father. She's younger. She's probably 16 years old, and so her dad is actually relatively young, but I guess kind of grew up with Blink. That was a big part of his life, and then introduced it to his daughter, and that was a big part of their life. And then came Angels, so that became a really big part of both their lives as it went on. But Blink came back together. They were gonna, for his birthday, they were gonna go to the show, one of the shows. And I guess he obviously had some problems. I don't know if I should be talking about it. I don't think
all right, that's fine.
He ended up, anyway, it was a pretty sad situation where he was a manic depressant. And,
okay.
Well,
he chose. Yeah.
Well, you know what the thing is, I think it's great though that there is that kind of connection between you and your fans, though, which I think is the important part of the story.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, because so I called her because of how much it would have meant, I guess.
Of course.
So all of it meant to me, and how much Angels was part of her life, and so we talked on the phone, and I think
I think that's amazing. I mean, it just shows how close you guys are. So I think that's really cool.
We try to make Angels and Airwaves more of a collective of artists and like-minded people, and it's a bigger thing than just. We want it to be a bigger thing than just the band, and by doing that, we have to sort of actually live by that, and show that, and then people will. I don't know. They feel like they're more a part of something.
Well,
they're more vested in it.
We're all human beings, and that's kind of like the deal that we all have the same feelings and stuff, and maybe sometimes that kind of gets lost in the translation. It's just nice to see though that there might be there's more of a human connection there.
Yeah,
which I think is really important. It's really important in bands these days. But let's talk about something that is a slightly more upbeat. How with Love, like you talked about how this all matured, the whole process kind of matured organically. How do you have like certain parts of and I know you love them all because they're all your songs and they're all part of your creativity. But is there something that stands out to you as like, wow, that is like, damn, that is intense?
I think the lyrics to Shove, the chorus, it's just like the idea that the way Tom was able to sort of put it down in words about a girl saying to show me what's inside your head. I just thought that was like it's so intimate, and it really seems simple just to say it out loud, but when you really think about it, like how that would be the coolest thing ever to hear from a girl. And it's from Tom. It's from Tom. But either way, I just like just that fantasy or that idea, and to be that connected with somebody that wants to be that involved in your life. I thought that was very intense. A very cool way to sort of put something between two people, and I think that's our most very. There's other love songs that and Tom comes up with some really.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. The song's about you, and that's why you like that
one.
I thought he was gone, and then all of a sudden he just interjects.
No.
Yeah. So he's just been sitting there listening.
We were sitting around the studio one day, and he had just written the song, and we were talking about how much we all really liked the lyrics. And then Tom out of nowhere just says, David, the song's about you, and it got real awkward all of a sudden. Wait a minute, this song sounds like it's about a girl, but I mean,
no, you're putting a really weird spin on it, Matt, and you're only hurting your band.
I'm just saying.
You're only hurting your band, but it's about the idea, not of me. But the fact is that we had conversations, and I travel a lot and I roam a lot, and I've had issues with girls or relationships, and so I don't know. I had a really cool experience when I was down in Asia the last time, and anyway.
You said weird already again.
So there was some conversations possibly that might have been somewhat inspirational to that.
Oh, okay.
Particular connection between somebody,
Yeah.
even if for a moment.
Oh, that's awesome.
I tried to make that pretty ambiguous.
That's definitely not normal of you to make.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like we're getting a serious window into how you guys operate as a collective right now.
I'm trying to say something without saying anything.
I feel like once you guys hang up, there's going to be some sort of, I don't know, behind the scenes discussions.
No.
No.
Oh.
Maybe behind the scenes, never mind.
Oh, guys, you know what? I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
I didn't even want to start that one. Matt started it, so if he wants to finish it, he can finish it.
No.
But,
well, you know what, guys? I don't want to keep you from your rehearsal any longer, so I really want to thank both of you guys for calling in and giving us a couple minutes of your time. Angels and Airwaves, everybody! Woo! Thank you so much! Have a great tour, guys.
Thanks.
Friends or Enemies Radio rocks.